Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday. We didn't do a show today. Just wanted to do a quick overview summary of what I saw happening for the week. Today was down 0.5%, but it's triple witching day. That means all these options, $5.3 trillion worth of options expired today. So never pay attention on this day to what happens to the market. It usually goes down, but it doesn't seem to have much correlation to what's going to happen next week, for example. I think the story this week was really about inflation. The CPI report came out. The PPI report, which is the wholesale inflation, came out both a little bit hotter than expected, kind of like what we saw last month also. So, the market's kind of showing a little bit of topping action here the last couple of weeks. I think it's because of, what's going on here with this interest rate, bets that are happening. Market's still betting that rates will be, cut in June. And, the hotter these reports come out, the less likely that becomes. And then the market has to kind of readjust to that. The Fed meets next week on Wednesday. They will put out their dot plot, which is very important, I think, to the market, where they project how many rate cuts they see. Right now, the economist consensus estimate is that they're still going to see 3 rate cuts for the rest of the year, just like they saw, back in December when they did the last dot plot. So, if they come out with 2, then maybe the market, reacts negatively to that. So we'll have to watch what happens there. I do think, the inflation has been hot enough where it's possible they come out with 2. And it's quite possible that they actually do 2 or less, for that matter, because the inflation has been kind of sticky and hanging in there. Not bad. It's not really running or anything, but this Fed is nervous about not being, the Fed that lets inflation get away like the Fed Reserve did in the 1970s. So they don't want to be on, in the face of that again. So they might leave rates up a little bit longer than expected, and the market probably have a little bit of trouble with that actually. So we'll see how that plays out. But altogether, not a bad week. The basics are still there. We've had a really smooth motion here. We've had 268 days in a row without a 2% downturn. We could have a 10% downturn here ourselves, over a period of time and still be okay. We had 2 9 10% downturns in 2020 and one last year, and both those years were up over 20% by the end of the year. So don't be afraid if it does come down here some. It has had a big run. Take some steam off. That's not a bad thing. That's a healthy thing. Gets down to get some bargain buyers to come in and buy and gets that thing running. So that's kind of a possibility. We're in a strong portion of the season. Maybe it doesn't happen now, but just don't be surprised if something like that happens. And again, that could be a good thing. I would actually kind of be more relaxed. That just when it runs straight up, it makes me more nervous than when it takes some breaks and comes down, because that's more of a normal motion actually. So anyway, look forward to being able to see what's going to happen next week. I'll be doing my daily video, of course, on Monday. So we'll see you then. Thank you very much.